Tonight, reaction to surfacing claims that a local pastor sexually abused a minor more than 30 years ago. ABC News Channel 20's Kimberly Howard live in studio. Kimberly, this investigation is still unfolding, right?
Well, as the Springfield Catholic Diocese received the claim last week, they've since asked Pastor Robert DeGrand to temporarily withdraw from the 4 local parishes he serves. The accusation now sits at the state's attorney's office, where lawyers are scrutinizing the statute of limitations, saying it might be difficult to bring charges against DeGrand since it's been so long. Meanwhile, people are reacting to the news, some with disbelief, others saying, not again. It was in the 1980s at Our Savior Parish in Jacksonville when Father Robert Bud DeGrand led a community in faith.
The Victims Assistance Coordinator of our diocese received the allegation last week.
An accusation that DeGrand sexually abused a minor more than 30 years ago before leading parishes in Winchester, Bluffs, Granite City, Siegel, Neoga, Green Creek, and Lilyville.
During the investigation, Father DeGrand will be temporarily removed from his ministry.
A move the Springfield Catholic Diocese says does not mean he's guilty.
One of our priests from the Effingham area has been temporarily assigned to those 4 parishes that Father DeGrand is pastor of, and he remains pastor until the investigation makes a determination one way or the other.
Meanwhile, people who knew DeGrand are reacting. None of them would speak with us on camera, but several people off camera were shocked. Chris Robinson, not so much.
I mean, these things happen so often now.
Robinson didn't know DeGrand, but he lives down the street from where the pastor used to serve.
It still leaves a question in the community's mind as to whether or not it did or didn't happen, if it's being swept under a rug.
The diocese says no way. They have strict policies in place and take these accusations seriously, as does the state's attorney's office, which probably won't have the statute of limitations on their side.
It leaves a lot of questions. How do you prove something like that? How do you deal with it now as compared to then?
The diocese is now urging any other possible victims to come forward. Meanwhile, as we mentioned, this story is being talked about from both sides on Facebook, but here's some reaction from people who say they knew DeGrand. Vicky Soul says, quote, "I have known Father Bud since the first time he came to Jacksonville, where my 3 children all attended school while he was at Our Savior. Never did I know, or anyone I know from our parish community, ever hear the slightest negative thing about Father Bud being even remotely inappropriate with our children. He is not that kind of guy." And from Christine Owens, who says, quote, "He was my teacher and I considered him a mentor, not only on my faith, but in life. I am not one to protect the church. The church does many things wrong, but I will defend my friend. I can't believe he would do this."